We know how to maintain the pleather and rubber components on our Hot Toys, but what about those softer silicone bodies? Is there a way to maintain it? Let's find out together. Welcome back to another episode of Crafted by Metamorphic Customs. This is going to be another maintenance video, and it's going to be educational not only for you, but for me, because this is the first time I'm going to be using this Honda silicone Shin-Etsu grease. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But what's the point of this? Well, the point is how to maintain these softer silicone Hot Toys bodies. I've had a few of these over the years, and some that go back quite a few years, but I've never put anything on the softer silicone bodies. Nothing to maintain them, and I've never had any issues. However, there's been a lot of people complaining and concerned because they've seen silicone bodies start to dry, weather, and then crack over time, especially at the elbow joints and at the shoulder joints. And sometimes some people will say that's because you've had it bent at a 90-degree angle or more, or other people will say, well, no, didn't have it articulated or bent at all, and it's still, dried out and cracked. It could, of course, be the weather, or not the weather, but the conditions of your room. But let's see what we can do. Let's see if this makes a difference. And that's why I said we're going to learn together, because like I said, I've never actually placed this on one of my figures. So we'll see what happens. Just taking off the head and the hands on this Hot Toys Ahsoka figure. And she's definitely got one of these seamless silicone bodies. And as I do this, let's talk a little bit about the actual product, the Honda Shin-Etsu silicone grease. I heard about this through various channels. People have mentioned this to me for a few years now, but again, this is the first time I'm using it. And they have used it for exactly these purposes, to essentially keep the silicone bodies lubricated to prevent it from drying out. That's what this silicone grease really was intended for, of course. Not for 6-scale toys, of course, but for silicone components in vehicles when they're being dried out by heat or the sun or weather. So it makes sense that someone would try to use this as a maintenance product for silicone components, or a silicone body in 6-scale figures, or a silicone component anywhere. So hopefully this doesn't damage the product. No reason it should. Like I said, I know a lot of people that have used it and even recommended it, but again, first time I'm using it. And what I'm doing here is, again, I'm just removing components. I was making sure I could remove the fabric gauntlets, if you will, the armor, and then the fabric component, or the glove, I think is a better word for it. And that was pretty easy to remove. So, and if you notice here, Hot Toys has actually labeled it. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but each gauntlet has an L and an R on it for left and right, which is great. You won't get those mixed up. But after we get those off, I'm gonna go ahead and take the silicone grease tube out of the box, which is, as you can see, it's brand new. I just got it from Amazon, and I'll have a link for this product in the description below. I'm going to apply the product carefully using Q-tips. And again, I'm going to apply very little, because despite everybody's praise of this product, I've never used it, so let's go at it carefully. What am I afraid of here? I'm afraid of it leaving some kind of a glossy surface, or basically looking like a baby oil. I have no idea. Let's see what happens. And as you can see, that's why I'm also wearing gloves. Again, we're learning together on this video, so you get to watch me mess this figure up if anything goes wrong. But spoilers, everything turns out fine. So let's get this started. Let's take this out of the box here. And somehow this turned into an unboxing video for Shin-Etsu grease. Not what I had in mind, but hey, there you go. This is what the tube looks like, and this is what the picture of the product looks like when you look it up online. And when you see the link, and when you'll go to Amazon, this is what you'll see in the picture. This tube of grease. So this thing is going to last you forever. It is way more than you'll need, but I didn't see it in a lesser quantity. So I'm using this disposable espresso cup because whatever, I had it handy, but I'm just putting a tiny bit of this grease into that espresso cup. You can place it on a piece of wax paper or anywhere. And from there, I'm getting a Q-tip, and I'm just gently rubbing it all over the Q-tip head, but I'm making sure not to let it clump up on that Q-tip. It's just a little bit all over the Q-tip head again. And I'm just going to go at it slowly here. I'm going to try to give it a thin, even coat. And as I'm doing this, I know this is, and first of all, I'm going to try to make sure I get even coat all over, even under the armpit there. Just make sure to cover everything. But as I do this, I know it's hard to see in the video, but it started to look a little shiny, which had me worried. But I'm going to do something at the end of all this to take care of that. And if you're finding this helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Plus, you'll be notified of similar videos, both maintenance videos and my more popular diorama videos when they get uploaded. So, as you can see here, I'm just applying this again, thin coats all over. And then at the end right here, I'm using a microfiber towel to just gently wipe it down, wipe down that excess so that it doesn't stay shiny and it's not even greasy to the touch when you touch it with your bare hands. I forgot to do the neck, so I went back and did that because that's also a silicone part of the body. And this grease went on much better than I expected. It's not shiny. It doesn't feel greasy to the touch after putting it on. And by the way, as you can see, I'm putting the components back on the body here after I've placed the grease on the silicone. There was no drying time. I didn't have to wait any amount of time to then place these components back on. I just put the grease on with Q-tips, as you saw. After I was done, I kind of just wiped a little bit of the grease off to make it uniform with the microfiber towel and directly put the components back on. No problem. So hopefully this will maintain a nice level of moisture or lubrication on the silicone components so that they never dry out. You might want to give this a shot. I think this is handy. I see why people recommend it. But whether you choose to use this Shinichi grease or not, you have to admit this is an awesome looking 6-scale figure from Hot Toys. Well done. Their attention to detail just keeps getting better. Speaking of detail, this is a quick diorama I put together that I might just be giving away in an upcoming video. You'll just have to stay tuned. Until then, go to the comments below and let me know what you think of this video. Will you be trying this out? Yes? No? What do you think? Anyways, that's all I've got for you today. This is a short one. But I will catch you in the next video, and stay crafted, everyone.